Thanks for that, Katie. It's now 2 minutes past the hour. Let's get back to Brunswick this morning as the murder trial of 3 men accused of shooting and killing Ahmaud Arbery get underway. So we know several witnesses took the stand on the 4th day of testimony as state prosecutors continue to build their case. So here's what you'll need to know about their argument. 3 hours of testimony went into the lead investigator, Stephen Lowry. Now, in those 3 hours, Lowry never told the court that Ahmaud committed burglary. Then Lowry testified William Roddy Bryan told him after the shooting he tried to back into Arbery a few times and, quote, wishes I would have took him out and not get him shot, end quote. Now, prosecutors will continue to question witnesses this morning at 9, starting at 9. So Renata Gregori right now has been following this trial since the very beginning. She's been out there going on 4 weeks now. Renata, just yesterday, the Reverend Al Sharpton, well-known civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump, and the mother of Jamal Sutherland, a man who died in police custody earlier this year, came to pray and show their support for Ahmaud Arbery's family just yesterday. What was it like out there? You mentioned the energy.
Yeah, Keitha, people out here were incredibly energized, especially with these nationally known civil rights leaders here. They have been here setting up these chairs for weeks now, and it really gave people a sense that they are being heard. A lot of people we see here every day were shouting out and emphasizing things that the Reverend Al Sharpton was saying. Many turned to their friends during his speaking, making their point about their thoughts on his statements. And Sharpton calls Arbery's death a 21st century lynching. He says he's also come to support the local activist. In this clip you're about to hear with him speaking, you'll hear people shout out in agreement and with emotion.
Not only are those 3 on trial, but Georgia law is on trial.
That's right.
Have you grown from the days of Lester Maddox? Have you grown from the days of lynching?
Yes.
Have you grown from the days where people can, because of who they are and what they are, can be tried by a posse?
My mind.
And then they turn around and say they're defending themselves.
Huh.
I'm talking about he was afraid.
Renata, I want to talk about Ahmaud Arbery's mother. She appeared frustrated in court just yesterday by the phone calls made by Travis McMichaels. What did she have to say after court ended? You had a chance to speak with her.
Yeah, Keitha, Wanda Cooper-Jones said that she was actually disturbed by some of the testimony inside with the lead investigator. She said that some of the things he said to her the night that Ahmaud Arbery was killed, he didn't bring up in court. Also, we heard testimony here the first time people who were not all law enforcement officers. One detective who testified earlier on, he said he asked Greg McMichael if Arbery had broken into the house under construction the day of the shooting. Gregory McMichael told him, quote, that's just it, I don't know. Arbery's mother says she found the lead investigator's testimony disturbing because she says Stephen Lowry told her that her son died after he committed a burglary.
He did not tell the courts that Ahmaud had committed a burglary. In fact, he said nothing about a burglary that Ahmaud had committed. But instead, he called me and told me that my son was deceased because he had committed a burglary. That was very disturbing and very not acceptable.
There will be more testimony today, and coming up in the next half hour, we'll hear from a woman who testified about what her thought process was when she saw Arbery the day he was in the construction site. Live in Brunswick, Renata DiGregorio, First Coast News, on your side.